haki iwe ngao na mlinzi, na tukae na udugu, amani na uhuru, raha tupate na ustawi. E Mungu, twaomba uilinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu. University of Nairobi, we labor all together in search for knowledge and truth. We bless and honor thee. We are the pinnacle of excellence in knowledge, knowledge to serve our motherland. O Kenya, knowledge to serve all mankind. We are the fount of knowledge. We create, we own the vision. God give us grace to serve, and the future for us is bright. And the children shall drink from the fount of knowledge. Knowledge shall surely set them free. Knowledge shall surely set them free.
Let us commit ourselves to the Lord in prayer. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty, everlasting Father, we thank you for this beautiful morning that you have brought us together as a fraternity of the University of Nairobi with our partners and friends as we begin this week of reflections in research and innovations. You are the author of creation, and you designed it in a wonderful way, and you gave it to humanity, to us, to steward creation. Thus, asking us to continually become co-creators with you, and so make our common home habitable and good for all. Through research and great innovations, you have enabled us as a family of the University of Nairobi to provide great solutions to human challenges, and we ask you to continue inspiring us in the same, and especially this week as we share ideas and exchange our experiences in making our life always a happy one. As we come together these few days, help us to continually acknowledge that you are the source of all knowledge and wisdom, and help us to do all this for the glory of your name. Bless all those who have been involved in organizing these events. Bless the management of our university, and bless us that moving together towards where you call us, we may always acknowledge that you are the one who leads us. And we make our prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Check. We'll now have a brief moment of entertainment from the University Choir. Karibu.
Naona mbingu zikifunguka zikitanda dunia yote. Naona mbingu zikifunguka katika kuabudu. Naona sifa zikitanda dunia yote. Baba naomba kibali chako.
Yeah, I think now the mic is working. Yeah, let's appreciate them once more. Thank you very much. My name is Professor Mary Keynote, Director Innovation and Intellectual Property Management Office, and I will be your MC for this short session. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to take an opportunity to greet the person next to you and welcome them to the 8th University of Nairobi Research Week. Ask them, how is their morning? At least African, you ask a question. Thank you for doing that on my own behalf. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you. Please appreciate yourself for being here this morning. Asanteni sana. So having said that, allow me to recognize our chief guest, Cabinet Secretary Julius Migosi Ogamba, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education. Please note the CS is in the house. How do we welcome our CS? Thank you. We invited him and he honored our invitation. Thank you, Bwana CS, for honoring our invitation to come and witness the kind of research we do and how we disseminate it. Thank you very much. I also want to recognize Dr. Beatrice Muganda Inyagara, Principal Secretary, State Department for Higher Education and Research, represented here by Dr. Carol Huja, who is the Secretary, Higher Education. I know she has told me she's on the way coming. Let's appreciate her because she'll make her way to be here. Thank you very much. I also want to take this opportunity to recognize the Vice Chancellor, Professor Margaret Jesan Hutchinson. Can we appreciate our own Vice Chancellor for allowing us to mount this great event, that is the University of Nairobi Research Week 2024. I also want to recognize DVC, Research, Innovation, and Enterprise, Professor Francis Mura. He is actually the owner of this because the issue of research, innovation, and enterprise sits in his docket as Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation, and Enterprise. Tumupigie makofi tena for ensuring that we have this event. I want then to appreciate Executive General Manager, China Road Bridge Corporation, Dushan. She'll be our keynote speaker. You know there is a tongue twister because of our context. So let's welcome her again, Dushan. Thank you for accepting to be our keynote speaker today. Then I want to acknowledge CEO, National Research Fund, Professor Dickson Andara. Please appreciate him. The kind of research we do, because it's a funding agency, he really supports us to ensure that we do scientific research, whether basic or applied. Makofi tena kwake. Thank you for that. I want to appreciate the deans of the faculty because the research week is happening at the faculty. This is the official opening ceremony, and they are the one who have organized everything. Let's appreciate the deans for making it possible that across the 10 faculties, we'll be mounting about 23 conferences. Appreciate the dean, they do a good job. Thank you very much. I also want to appreciate all the members of the Senate and all the members of the Senate, please. You know, university doesn't function without the Senate. Tuwapigie makofi. Thank you very much. I also want to acknowledge all academic members of staff and non-academic members of staff. Let's clap for them for being here. We can't do it alone. And finally, I want us to appreciate most sincerely our students. Thank you. Thank you. Let's appreciate them. So thank you very much. And then finally, let's appreciate all our guests. We know we have guests from various countries, guests from various universities. Makofi kwao. Thank you very much. So having said that, my job was to welcome you. I want to welcome the DVC, Research, Innovation and Enterprise, to welcome us here. Professor Francis Moran. Makofi kwake as he comes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for honoring our invitation to be here. So mine is first to acknowledge and welcome our chief guest, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, Julius Migosi Ogamba. I think for most of us, since he was appointed, you might not have had a chance to see his face or hear his voice, so we have a golden opportunity, and thank you very much for honoring our invitation. Of course, with him is our cabinet support team led by the PS State Department of Higher Education and Research, Ministry of Education, Dr. Beatrice Muganda Inyangala. I am told she will be represented, but she's very much welcome. Our Vice Chancellor, Professor Margaret Hutchinson, who is our host. And for your information, this is the first time in over 50 years that the University of Nairobi has a lady Vice Chancellor. And I think that marks a very big beginning for our university. And I am seeing behind her the number of lady deans is for the first time higher than the male deans. And that basically tells you the kind of transformation the university is undergoing. I would also like to welcome Professor Dixon Adala, with whom we have worked previously in many portfolios, of course in research, but now heading the funding portfolio that we hope will be enhanced. I know at one time he also pioneered bringing internationalization, bringing international universities to Kenya, where he pioneered a number of programs in the Pan-African University of Science and Technology, one of the 5 universities that are headquarters here in Kenya. I think that was the first one. Now we have the KAIST, and I'm hoping or assuming more such institutions will come. Having said that, I want to welcome our Senate, our deans, our industrial partners, including China Road. I think most of you ride on SGS and other highways. They are one of our industrial partners, and we are hoping moving forward we will have more such partnerships with the industry. So I will not say much. I just want to take this opportunity to tell you, and especially our students, who are the core of and backbone of our research, that the Department of Research, Innovation and Enterprise at the University of Nairobi is positioning itself to play a continuously leading role for the university moving forward. For the first time in many years, and because of the new funding model, the capitation of the government to the University of Nairobi is slightly less, and so research is positioning itself to fill that gap. It's not an easy gap because we don't have a lot of internal funding. Most of our funding, you will notice, is external to us. However, we plan to reorganize the division so that it can encompass other areas of research, especially research, innovation, and technology transfer and commercialization of our research. We are hoping that we can enact that division so that we can play a bigger role and partner with industry more meaningfully. We also plan to strengthen the division of research, the one that deals with grants management, because we have noticed that though there are many grant opportunities, our staff and students still don't have the capacity basically to attract or compete for these resources globally. And that basically means that the division will need to play a bigger role in that area. Now, research cannot be, you can say, volatilized into solutions, businesses, and you can say technology without engineering. Engineering has been our weakest link between the science and industry. So as a division and also as a university, we are taking steps to strengthen the partnership between the faculties, that is the social sciences, the sciences as they are known, and of course engineering, so that we can basically collaborate and turn the science into solutions. Now, to do this, together with our partners, both local, the government of Kenya, of course, the Ministry of Education, we were able to be supported to get a loan from the African Development Bank, from the French Development Agency, to set up a space where all the sciences and the social sciences and humanities will come together in what we are calling the engineering and science complex. So you will be seeing this more loudly. I think the activities have started and the VC will be telling you more about it. And that is going to basically be the space in which all of us will come together with government, industry, and all the community of the University of Nairobi to make sure that what we study is then translated into products and services. Of course, that will not happen without internal rearrangements. You know, the university is a very conservative space. We are hoping that the deans and the faculty, you will be persuaded that that is the way to go, and you will persuade the hardliners to soften their stance so that all of us can come together and basically move science towards technology. So I think that is all I'll say for now. And yes. Okay.
So once you finish your seat, I will invite the people outside.
Okay. I understand that this function has also attracted our African and other partner universities. We collaborate, other than with the European and Asian and Chinese universities, we also collaborate with about 10 African engineering universities. So here we have Professor Helen Afong, DVC Strategy, Innovation and Service Delivery, Kaduna State University. Welcome, and there are more universities that are going to join us as we proceed. So before we invite the guest speakers, we will have entertainment prelude, and then we will continue from there. Thank you very much.
Let's appreciate our DVC. Thank you very much. I now welcome, sorry, before I do that, I want to acknowledge the presence of the representative of the PS, Dr. Carol Huja. I had mentioned earlier. Let's appreciate her. She's now in the house. I now welcome Theatre of Absurd to come and entertain us. Theatre of Absurd.
Kijana, masiku uzazidi badilika. Kijana, soma, soma, soma. Kijana, masiku uzazidi badilika. Kijana,
wazuri wazidi kuzaliwa na dunia nayo yazidi haribika. Vijana. In the heart of a world-class university, education can be many things. Here, education is like a mother. It has given birth to many professions. Here, education has birthed responsible fathers. Here, education is like a dad. It has fathered fathers to travel farther than their fathers. Here, education has fathers. Here, education is like a builder. Kwani maombi yangu pekee hayawezi. Here, education is like a builder. Since our founding fathers, it has built a foundation for our nation. Now, we sit in a tower bigger than it looks like. Call it the UN Tower of Babel. Here, education is like a princess, and we are its knight. Here, education is like a god. We don't see it, but we trust it's our only savior. Here is where brains are poached. And that's why the Great Taifa Hall was named the Great Ivory Tower. Here, education has taken people to the bar. Now most lawyers from our country come from here. Education is the bar. We go to take drinks from here. Education has taken people to exile, likes of Professor Michere Mugo, Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Here, education has taught us that even unlearning is learning. Here, education is the air we breathe. It's what makes our heart beat. Here, education is the bread we choose to live on it alone. Here, soma, 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 kijana. Kijana. Zidi badilika. Kijana, soma, soma, soma. Kijana, siku zazidi badilika. Kijana. Ladies and gentlemen, when Beyonce says she is drunk in love, we say we are drunk in knowledge. So everybody here is drunk, but not from beer or wine, but it's because we have all drunk from the fountain of knowledge. Thank you.
Soma, 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 kijana, masiku zazidi badilika. Kijana, soma, soma, soma. Kijana, masiku zazidi badilika.
Kijana. Ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, all protocol observed. This is the Theatre of the Absurd. A team from the Faculty of Law and the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. On the 22nd of November till the 24th of November, we shall be staging a play at Taifa Hall, and we are inviting everybody to attend. It is called Wewe, and it's advocacy on social justice and human rights, and every person is invited to attend. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I remember those days when we had the University of Nairobi traveling theater. I'm hoping that our coming together will strengthen the theatrical and dramatic arts so that we can develop a very vibrant industry like our West African universities. So mine now is to invite our Vice Chancellor, Professor Margaret Hutchinson, to make her remarks. Professor Hutchinson.
Thank you very much, DVC. I appreciate Professor Keynote. Mr. Julius Migosi Ogamba, the Cabinet Secretary from the Ministry of Education. Dr. Beatrice Muganda Inyangala, the Principal Secretary, the State Department for Higher Education and Research, Ministry of Education represented here. Sorry for the echo. Mr. Francis Mula, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, RIE. Professor Ayub Kitao, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Affairs. Members of the Executive Board of the University of Nairobi. Members of Senate. Professor Dixon Adala, the Chief Executive Officer for the National Research Fund, Kenya. Distinguished guests, our partners, researchers and students who have made this event possible. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning once more.
Good morning.
This corner is very quiet. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. So, warm welcome to the 8th Annual Research Week here at the University of Nairobi. Indeed, it's an honor to come together with individuals who share a commitment for harnessing the power of research to transform society. As the Theatre of the Absurd mentioned, we were actually in the Ivory Tower, but in the recent past, when I CS, I want to share with you that the University of Nairobi has moved from being an ivory tower to one that harnesses the power of research to transform society and look for solutions that are relevant to the development agenda for our country. As a leading institution, the University of Nairobi is committed to being globally competitive as an institution, dedicated to excellence in research, innovation, and academic rigor that actively transforms society. So, ladies and gentlemen, this event is not just a ticking of the boxes, a celebration. It's more than a celebration of our achievements collectively. It's also a reaffirmation of our role in shaping the future of our society, both locally, continentally, and also globally. So our research week this year, we have maintained the same theme as last year because we think we are yet to really achieve what we desire as a community of researchers. And so we've maintained the theme of harnessing research for resilience and sustainability of communities. So this reflects our role as a university in advancing Buenos Aires, our Kenya Vision 2030. The bottom-up agenda for the new government, Africa's Agenda 2063, as well as the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So we align our research agenda so that we become relevant at the national level, more importantly at the community, but also moving it to the continent and also globally. Because Buenos Aires, we have signed up to be, as a country, to be relevant in the international discourse of development. So through rigorous research, the University of Nairobi is directly contributing to the aspirations of the Kenyan people, the African continent, as well as the global community, as I've mentioned, driving solutions that address the pressing needs of today while anticipating those of tomorrow. And these aspirations are adequately captured in our new strategic plan for 2023-2028, and also Buenos Aires, the Big Five agenda, championed by our Chancellor, which you are adequately briefed. In recent weeks, Buenos Aires I had the opportunity to participate in a fundamental research and development seminar that was co-organized by NEPAD and our university. This workshop centered on prioritizing research financing to address Africa's top research needs. It highlighted a critical gap in funding, especially for master's and PhD students in Kenya, who often struggle to secure financial support beyond the undergraduate level, and yet we recognize the central role being played by the postgraduate students in the research agenda. So while government funding remains focused mainly on the undergraduate education, our university is pushing to bridge this gap by advocating for dedicated resources to support advanced research degrees. And we have joined several research networks, both nationally but also continentally, such as the African Research Universities Alliance, that brings research-intensive universities in Africa, and Bwana CS, the University of Nairobi, is the only one on that platform. But we also partner with the research-intensive universities in Europe under the Guild, and not to mention others like the RU Forum, Carter, just to name a few. So this commitment is not just an institutional priority, but a critical step towards sustaining a robust research university community that can drive innovations, resilience, and development across Africa. So the University of Nairobi wants to see a mindset change so that research, innovation, and community service becomes not just a password, but a lifestyle. The University of Nairobi will continue to support the training of researchers in grant proposal writing so that we can have more of our researchers winning grants to enhance the research funds, because currently, as per the 2022 data, we only have about 4.15% academic members of staff being principal investigators or lead researchers. We want to change that narrative. Allow me to mention that our university is very actively involved in research, and we currently have 390 active grants. Between July and September, just one quarter, we were able to attract grants worth $163 million, million shillings, I wish they were dollars, and have registered about 30 intellectual property assets. For the last 4 years, Bwana CS, we've been able to, on average, attract grants of about 4 billion shillings. I'm happy to report to you, Bwana CS, that one single grant that we've just signed up is $45 million from MasterCard Foundation and another $7 million from the Gates Foundation, meaning that this year we might break our own ceiling of signing up much more than 6 billion shillings. So the accolades go to very active, very committed members of staff who are here today, and some who are not able to come, and some who are online. And to those, I give my respect and also my cheers that we continue to move the agenda beyond where we have been, because then we are actually moving towards being the best university in Africa. I know there was a scare the other day, but we are moving on in a very strong way. We continue to disseminate our research outputs through community service, publications in high-impact journals, policy briefs, and also participate in conferences like this one. We see this as a critical platform for us to build our capacity, especially with our students, train them on how they can communicate their findings, how they can find relevance in what they are doing. And so we take this as a corporate event where we bring in our stakeholders, our students, our academic members of staff, and all our partners to come and discuss on what have we been able to achieve in the last few years or so, and how can we make it better. I often speak of the fifth revolution for Africa, a revolution where Africa-led research will drive global advancements in the fields from technology to climate resilience, and our university is on the forefront of this movement, ensuring that research becomes the force that steers Africa into a sustainable future marked by self-sufficiency, innovation, and resilience. So we have a mandate that is unfulfilled, a mandate that is urgent, that we must address emerging issues that impact Kenya and the continental issues such as climate change, economic inequality, food and nutritional insecurity, health challenges, and the scientific innovations. Research Week, therefore, provides a very unique platform where academia, students, and industry converge to disseminate research outputs and also continue to strengthen the networks that we have established. We recognize that to translate research into practical solutions, we must work closely with the partners across the sectors. Our Research Week, therefore, includes inspiring keynote speeches that we'll hear from here, engaging panel discussions on topics that bridge academic research and real-world applications, paper and poster presentations highlighting the lesson research and development, networking, and lastly but not least, that we want to also showcase our partnership with the private sector, because there's been a weak link between the academia and private sector, and so we will also be showcasing where this partnership have grown. So these sessions will inspire, but also lay the groundwork for collaborations and partnerships that turn research insights into actionable solutions, shaping resilience and sustainable communities, and leaving no one behind. So as we embark on this week, let us be guided by a shared vision and a dedication to research that translate into innovations and commercialization with the power to uplift our communities, foster resilience, and fuel sustainable development. I want to thank you, and may this Research Week 2024 ignite passions, deepen our resolve, and drive us together towards a brighter future for all. I want to thank you most sincerely for attending this, and even as we go into our separate conferences, that may it be a fruitful week. May you find inspiration. May you find encouragement. May you find partnerships. And may the Lord bless the works of your hand. It's now my privilege to invite, I know, Bwana CS, you have a very tight program, but just allow me to invite Professor Dixon Adala, the CEO of NRF, to give us his remarks, and then you will make your remarks. But we would want to thank you for honoring us. We want to thank you for your leadership. We want to thank you for your patience. God bless you. Professor Adala.
Our CS, Minister of Education, Mr. Migoso Gamba. The Principal Secretary, State Department for Higher Education and Research, Dr. Beatrice Nyangala, ably represented here by Dr. Hunja, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nairobi, Prof. Hutchinson, the CEOs present, the DVC, the chairpersons, students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I've been given a tight schedule to speak around research, and I'll try my level best to do it within 10 minutes. So that being the case, allow me first of all to thank the University of Nairobi for organizing the 8th edition of University Research Week. And this Research Week serves as a critical platform for showcasing research outputs and innovative ideas. As we gather to exchange knowledge, I must commend the University of Nairobi for creating an environment that encourages research and innovation aligned with Kenya's Vision 2030 of becoming a globally competitive, knowledge-driven economy. The theme of this event, which is harnessing research for resilience and sustainability, resonates well with the core mandate of the National Research Fund, which is to support research and innovation as a key pillar of our national development agenda. The National Research Fund is committed to ensuring that the most promising research ideas are supported and translated into technological advancements that can benefit the society. Our goal is to fund research that promotes technology development and entrepreneurship, positioning Kenya as a hub for innovation, growth, and development. So I'll dwell on to what we need to do as researchers and universities. So quality research plays a crucial role in the growth of knowledge and advancing technology and innovation, as well as effective evidence-based policy decision-making. Globally, the role of quality research in development of societies is well established in the development agenda. And according to the World Economic Forum Global Competitiveness Report in 2019, the sub-Saharan Africa has the lowest global competitive index with a median of 46.3 against the global average of 60.9 out of 100. Among the pillars of global competitive index, the innovation capability pillar, which has research and development as a key component, comprised of scientific publications, patent applications per million population, research and development expenditures as a percentage of the GDP, and research institutions' prominence is key. The R&D competitive score for Kenya is 27.9. This compared to the one in South Africa, which is 38.4, calls for urgent action. Now, if you compare with our other countries like Singapore and Malaysia, the one of Malaysia is 44.0, and the one of Singapore is 70.5. And at independence, we were all at the same level in terms of development. The low competitiveness scores on R&D component are an indication of low research productivity. In addition, the WIPO, which is World Intellectual Property Organization, IP Facts and Figures of 2023 shows that patent applications by Kenya stood at 417 in 2022. This compared to South Africa, which stood at 13,000, which is almost 14,000 patent application by South Africa. It indicates that we are still lagging behind in terms of R&D. So the WIPO figures portray a low research productivity for Kenya, and the low research productivity among universities and research institutions has been associated to various factors, including governance, enabling environment, funding, competencies, among others. The low productivity in research is linked to notable gaps and challenges related to research quality, systems, and weak research management capacities. There is also inadequate research capacities in terms of research infrastructure and inclusivity issues. In addition, there is also weak research partnerships and collaborations in nationally and international, which leads to researchers being isolated and missing on opportunities on multidisciplinary funding. So as NRF, we've set out to roll out what we call Research Excellence Framework for research universities and institutions. This will provide mechanisms to support effective implementation, governance, contribution, and assessment of research in universities. The scope of Research Excellence Framework shall cover the following. Number one, we shall provide a benchmark for research excellence in universities. We shall stimulate and inculcate a culture of research quality in our universities. We shall promote adherence to fundamental principles of research quality in universities, and we shall also promote the harmonization of research best practices in our universities. Last but not least, we shall improve research execution and assessment processes, and finally foster increased collaboration between universities and the industry. Now, looking into this week's Research Week, I want to highlight how the students can benefit here. The fourth industrial revolution, that is big data and artificial intelligence, will be critical in ensuring that we rise above the current, what we are calling the divide between the the north and the south. So I'll encourage the students here who are going to be our next pioneers in uplifting research across Kenya to forge ahead. And I've seen that there is an opportunity to have the AI more specifically leading and transforming the education sector, and you can rely that for entrepreneurship in and more so within our country. In closing, I applaud the University of Nairobi for organizing this Research Week and for championing research and innovation in Kenya. The National Research Fund is committed to nurturing partnerships with other institutions like yours, whereas also enhancing collaboration within Africa. Finally, we've got several calls which have been rolled out within the National Research Fund's website. I encourage you to apply, and we've got one that is very exciting, applications of AI in research. So we'll be having a webinar, and then thereafter we shall be able to have most of the universities partake in the call. Thank you, and I wish you a successful week.
Can we give him a better clap? Thank you very much. I love the fact that you said you shall, you shall, you shall. That means that there will be no I will, I will. But that's exciting. And we shall follow you also on you shall actively participate and join us in lobbying for better funding. Thank you so, so much. Again, Professor, we are so happy to have you here. You know, when we asked for support for this Research Week, we wrote to very many people, and I think just to represent that network, we have our platinum sponsor, China Road Bridge Corporation. Just come and give us one statement. Du Shan, Executive General Manager, just a word. So because of the time, just come and give greetings, and we want to appreciate you. Being a platinum sponsor for the Research Week is something that we truly, truly appreciate.
尊敬的教育部长朱莉欧甘巴， 校长、老师、教授们、各位来宾，大家上午好。
Honorable Julius Ogamba, the CS Education, Professor Margaret Hutchinson, Professor Francis Muller, respected professors, doctors, all dear members, dear guests, ladies, gentlemen, good morning.
Morning, good morning. 我叫杜珊，现任中国路桥肯尼亚办事处执行总经理，非常荣幸参加每年一度的内罗毕大学研究周活动。首先，我代表中国路桥向长期关心支持我司在肯发展的各界朋友表示衷心的感谢。
My name is Du Shan. I'm the Executive General Manager of China Road and Bridge Corporation in Kenya. It's a great honor to participate in this annual University of Nairobi Research Week. First, on behalf of China Road and Bridge Corporation, CRBC, I'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks to everyone who has supported us over years in our work in Kenya. Thank you.
中肯友谊源远流长，自1984年中国路桥首次进入肯尼亚市场以来，我们携手肯尼亚伙伴，在基础设施领域打造了多个精品工程。
The friendship between China and Kenya goes way back. Since we first came to Kenya in 1984, we've worked hand in hand with Kenya partners to complete some excellent projects.
蒙内铁路是中肯共建“一带一路”的标杆，内罗毕快速路是肯尼亚及东非地区第一条收费公路，蒙巴萨 KOT 油码头是肯尼亚首座具有国际领先水平的现代化油气装卸码头，内罗毕环城路为疏解城市交通压力发挥着重要作用。
The Mombasa-Nairobi Standard Gauge Railway is the flagship project achieved by Kenya and China under the Belt and Road Initiative. The Nairobi Expressway is the very first toll road in Kenya and East Africa. The new Kepuf Oil Terminal in Mombasa stands as Kenya's first modernized oil and gas handling terminal, meeting international standards, while the Nairobi Eastern, Southern, Western Bypass Road plays a vital role in easing urban traffic congestion.
中国路桥累计在肯承建道路项目45个，总里程超过2200多公里，港口项目4个，内陆港项目3个，标轨铁路项目2个，迷轨铁路项目5个，市政类项目4个。这些项目的成功实施，极大改善了肯尼亚的基础设施状况，同时进一步增进了中肯友谊，促进了两国经贸关系的发展。
So far, CRBC has built 45 roads projects in Kenya, covering over 2,200 kilometers, along with 4 port projects, 3 inland port projects, 2 standard gauge railways, 5 mid-gauge railways, and 4 public service facilities projects. All these efforts have greatly improved Kenya's infrastructure, deepened the bond between China and Kenya, and boosted our trade and economic relations.
我们还将先进的施工技术带到肯尼亚，依托中交东非区域研发中心，大力开展科研创新，独立建立的海外施工科技创新管理体系。
We have also introduced advanced construction technologies to Kenya through our East African Regional Research and Development Center, dedicated to scientific research and innovation, and established a unique overseas construction technology innovation management system.
如内马铁路1期作为蒙内铁路的延伸，线路横跨东非大裂谷东支，这是世界陆地上最大的断裂带，同时还具有区域内行起伏大、受断裂下线运动影响、降雨集中高度这些等，对铁路设计建设也提出了很大的挑战。
For example, the Phase 1 of Nairobi-Malaba SGR as extension of the Mombasa-Nairobi section, traverses the eastern branch of the Eastern African Rift Valley, the largest fault belt on land in the world. This area has unique challenges, like steep terrain changes, sink from fractures, heavy rainfall, and erosion risks for the rill beds.
我们的科研团队结合实际，从勘察、设计、施工、全链条研究，针对裂谷地形的铁路工艺、工法等关键技术，重点突破了3隧4桥难点工程，最终攻克了设计施工的技术难题。
Addressing these challenges, our research team, based on practical experience, conducted a full chain study on key technologies for railway construction methods in Rift Valley terrains, covering surveying, design, and construction. We focused on overcoming the challenges posed by the 3 tunnels and 4 bridges project's elements, ultimately conquering this complex technical issue in design and construction.
作为肯尼亚人民长期可信赖的合作伙伴，中国路桥始终坚持合作共赢的思维，坚持可持续发展理念，实实在在扎根当地，以负责任的精神为肯尼亚提供优质的产品，以实事求是的态度提供符合当地情况的综合性解决方案，致力于成为政府与经济社会发展急需的责任分担者，区域经济发展的深度参与者，政府购买公共服务的优质提供者。
As a long-standing and trusted partner of Kenya, CRBC is committed to a win-win approach and sustainable development. We are here to stay and genuinely care about bringing high-quality products to Kenya, offering integrated solutions tailored to local conditions and resources. We aim to be a responsible partner in addressing the needs of local government and socio-economic development, an active participant in regional economic growth, and a high-quality provider of public service procured by the government.
蒙内铁路自建设及运营通车以来，为肯尼亚直接和间接创造超过7.4万个就业岗位。通过多层次、多体系的全方位培训，实现技术转移，培养数以万计的熟练工人和技术人才。
Since the construction and operation of the Mombasa-Nairobi SGR, we have created over 74,000 direct and indirect jobs across the country, conducted extensive training program to facilitate technology transfer, and train tens of thousands of skilled workers and technical talents.
通过合作办学，我们也培养了数千名高素质的铁路专业和管理人才，他们已成为铁路运营和维护的中坚力量。据肯尼亚铁路局估算，该项目对肯尼亚国内生产总值贡献力超过2%。
Furthermore, through collaborative education initiatives, we have educated thousands of high-quality professionals in railway operations and management, many of whom are now key contributors to railway operation and maintenance. According to the estimates from the Kenya Railways Corporation, this project has contributed over 2% to Kenya's GDP.
内罗毕快速路项目建设高峰期，招聘当地员工接近7000人，提供多个收费管理岗位的就业机会，与肯尼亚多家分包商开展了广泛合作，积极在当地采购钢材、柴油、水泥等物资。
During the peak construction phase of the Nairobi Expressway project, we employed nearly 7,000 local staff, provided the numerous jobs in toll management and related positions, collaborated with multiple Kenya subcontractors, and actively procured steel, diesel, cement, and other materials locally.
项目的建成通车也显著缓解了市内拥堵的情况，提升了内罗毕城市的国际形象，助力肯尼亚成为东非的经济中心、文化中心。
The project's completion has significantly eased urban congestion and enhanced Nairobi's international image, supporting Kenya's ambition to become East Africa's economic and cultural hub.
中国路桥高度关注肯尼亚人才发展，于2016到2018 3年内无偿全额资助了100名肯尼亚优秀高中毕业生前往中国北京交大铁路相关专业进行本科教育，也为肯尼亚乃至东非区域铁路行业输送管理人才。
CRBC highly values talent developed in Kenya. Between 2016 and 2018, in these 3 years, we sponsored 100 outstanding Kenya high school graduates to pursue undergraduate studies in railway-related fields at Beijing Jiaotong University in China.
目前，他们已经全部毕业，92个人也回到了肯尼亚铁路局工作，成为了肯尼亚铁路事业发展的主力军。
These graduates have now returned, with 92 of them working at Kenya Railways, where they are now leaders in country's railway sector.
中国国家主席习近平于今年1月份复信由北京交通大学学习肯尼亚留学生及校友代表，称赞蒙内铁路是中肯共建“一带一路”的旗舰项目和成功典范，并鼓励他们继续为中肯和中非友好事业发光发热。
Earlier this year, President Xi Jinping of China sent a letter to these Kenya students and alumni, commending this Mombasa-Nairobi SGR as a flagship project and shining example of the Belt and Road Initiative, and encouraging them to keep contributing to the friendship between China, Kenya, and Africa.
同时，我们即将与内罗毕大学签署的产学研合作框架协议，也更好地印证了未来进一步推动人才培养计划。我们力求深度合作，实现双方的资源、技术、信息等方面的优势互补，推动创新与实践密切结合。
Additionally, our upcoming Industry Learning Research Collaboration Framework Agreement with the University of Nairobi further solidifies our future talent development plans. Through this in-depth collaboration, we aim to leverage the complementary strength of both parties in resources, technology, and information, fostering an integration of innovation and practice.
我们将通过多层次、多形式的交流，对人才培养建立校企的合作共赢模式，助力现代化交通运输业可持续发展。
We will engage in diverse forms of collaborative exchanges and talent development to achieve resourcing sharing, cooperative development, and train more internationally oriented technical talents for Kenya and border African regions. This university enterprise model will contribute to the sustainable development of modern transportation.
中国路桥还要深入参与社区建设和发展，在当地组织开展社会公益活动等100余次，其中包括公共道路修缮、水利工程援建、文化教育的捐赠、医疗卫生援助，累计投入100万美元的资金，以实际行动造福肯尼亚人民。
CRBC is also deeply engaged in local community development. We have organized over 100 social welfare activities locally, including road repairs, water conservancy projects, culture and education donations, medical assistance, and emergency disaster relief, with contributions totaling over millions of dollars, benefiting Kenya communities in meaningful ways.
通过一系列的社会责任举措，推动实现民心相通、文化共融。
We believe through these initiatives of the CSR, we aim to build strong community bonds and cultural integration.
肯尼亚正朝着2030年成为中等收入工业化国家的目标迈进。中国交建、中国路桥非常荣幸能够参与到这一伟大的过程中。
As Kenya is moving toward its Vision 2030 goal of becoming a middle-income industrialized country, and China Road and Bridge Corporation is honored to be part of this remarkable journey.
展望未来，我们将继续坚守共商、共建、共享的使命，还与肯尼亚政府、人民和企业共同的努力，共同推进肯尼亚经济社会繁荣发展，开创更加美好的未来。
Looking ahead, we will continue to uphold the mission of consultation, co-construction, and sharing as we work hand in hand with all Kenyan people, partners, and the government to promote Kenya's economic and social prosperity, creating a bright future together.
Thank you very much. Asante sana.
Give it to Dushan again. A very short greeting from our platinum sponsor. It's now my honor, my privilege to request you to be upstanding as we receive our CS Minister of Education, none other than Julius Mikosi Ogamba.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you. Please be seated. That language that you are speaking, it's very nice. I think we need to encourage each one of us to study it. It's very calming. Yeah, so thank you so much. Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellors here, the senior university officials here present, the staff, students, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is an immense honor to stand here before you today for the official opening of the University of Nairobi Research Week 2024. This annual gathering serves as a crucial platform to showcase our collective achievements and milestones in the realm of research. More importantly, this event brings together a wide array of stakeholders, including government officials, research institutions, industry partners, academia, students, and other partners. Together, we are here to celebrate innovation and knowledge that drives our nation forward. As we gather here today, I am reminded of the significant role of education, science, and technology that it plays in shaping the future of our country. For Kenya to develop rapidly and attain global competitiveness, both the government and industry must appreciate the critical value of these sectors. The success stories of Japan and the Asian tigers stand as a testament to this principle. These nations invested very, very heavily in education and technology, enabling them to overcome bottlenecks, to create wealth, and to achieve high levels of income for their citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, our country faces key challenges that include food insecurity, a weak manufacturing sector, and inadequate infrastructure. I firmly believe that these issues can be addressed through strategic investment in science and technology. Our research, mainly driven by universities, must target areas that enhance value addition to our local products and natural resources. We have an opportunity to leverage research and scientific inquiry to boost our competitiveness in sectors where we hold comparative advantages. I therefore must express my appreciation to the organizers of this forum for bringing us together to amplify the significance of research beyond the walls of this university and how they resonate with the greater community. I encourage our universities to engage in research and attract grants and revenue while commercializing their innovations and outputs. Given that the government may not have sufficient resources to fund research, universities must show the way in mobilizing revenue from knowledge generation. I believe the University of Nairobi has the capacity to mobilize resources for research from various partnerships, local or international, to supplement the annual budgetary allocation for research that the government usually sets aside. This financial year alone, for example, the government has set aside 700 million Kenya shillings for research and innovation. This amount is far from being adequate for this purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Nairobi attracts some of the most talented students from across the region. If we can cultivate an enabling ecosystem for innovation and startups, I assure you, your financial challenges will be mitigated. Moreover, addressing our national challenges will similarly be advanced. This esteemed institution should aim to produce more than 100 spin-off companies annually from your groundbreaking research and innovations. I need not overemphasize the importance of collaboration among scientists through the multidisciplinary and inter-institutional partnerships. When various institutions come together, the possibilities for innovation and progress multiply exponentially. The opportunities for funding also grow. I urge you to harness the collaborations with industry and international partners to reduce your over-reliance on the meager capitation from government. Yet, I wish to make a firm commitment that despite the financial challenges facing our nation, the government prioritizes the education sector because it is the foundation for future generations. To move our nation forward, we must fortify our human resource capabilities to ensure they have the necessary skills to drive our development agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that these strategic priorities set by the University of Nairobi in building capacities, promoting health research, harnessing artificial intelligence, and creating green jobs will bear significant fruit going forward. These efforts are crucial in producing graduates who are not only globally competitive, but also are equipped to tackle the pressing challenges of our time. As I conclude, I urge both government and private sector agencies to actively utilize research outputs from our higher education institutions. Let us not allow these valuable findings to gather dust on shelves. Instead, let us translate knowledge into action for the benefit of society. With these few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure and privilege to declare the University of Nairobi Research Week 2024 officially opened. Thank you. And I wish you all the best in your deliberations. I wish I could stay and attend some of the conferences, but I have other engagements that I have to attend to. But this is not to say that this is not an important meeting. When I was invited, I had to try and squeeze in an hour or two to be here, because I believe that the key to development of this country is in research and innovation. And the universities must lead from the front. And the government is prepared to ensure that we give you the necessary support in order for you to be able to achieve this. So ladies and gentlemen, go out there and do what needs to be done, because this country needs you. Thank you. God bless you.
I now welcome Professor Justus Munyoki to move a vote of thanks very quickly.
My name is Justus Munyoki, Director, Research and Enterprise. We were just talking to the CS here because he really wants to leave, and therefore we keep this very brief. And this is a very important part of our program to appreciate. I want to say that as we were planning this last week, we were not sure. We are going to have people in this room. Is the chief guest going to come? The others going to come. So today we want to thank you, start by appreciating our Lord God who has made this possible. Secondly, allow me to appreciate the CS, Joseph Migori. Thank you very much. Your presence is very important to us. You bring the government to us, and we are very happy when you talk about the kind of money you are giving to us. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much. You came with the PS represented here, Dr. Carol. Thank you very much. Karibu sana. Let's give a clap to this team representing the Ministry of Education. I want to appreciate our sponsors, our partners. The China team is here. Thank you very much for the sponsorship. Prof, thank you very much. Professor Dara, for that, and indeed the many other sponsors and partners who have really come along to stand with us. Thirdly, allow me to appreciate the University of Nairobi, the management, led by the professor here, Hutchison. Thank you so much. Our deans, you are here. We appreciate you. The various other leaders, the Deputy Vice Chancellors, Professor Mula, the DVC, Gitau is not here with us, but all the others as well. We really appreciate you. Let's give a clap to this team of management of the University of Nairobi. Thank you very much for standing with us. Let me appreciate our staff, our members of staff. Very important. You are here, those who are here, and those who are not here, because this will not have been successful without your presence and your support. And our students, our dear students, we appreciate you. Those who managed to come, thank you very much. Let's give a clap to all the staff and students who have come today. I want to thank the choir and the entertainment team. You saw them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming and making our day really very lively. Asanteni sana. Let's give a clap to the team of entertainers that are here. Lastly, and this is very important, our planning team. Can they be upstanding? We want to see them. Those who are here, let's appreciate them, led by the DVC. Kindly, Professor Mla, you can stand up. And the other members, let's give a very heavy clap to this team that has really made this happen. Thank you so much. It's because of you, and we appreciate you. So, asanteni sana. May God bless us all. Thank you so much. Okay. So,
Honorable Minister. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So we want to gift our guests the African way, and we are going to gift you with a cup of University of Nairobi for the purposes of disclosure, and this cup is known as cup of knowledge. You shared your insight, your knowledge. So when you come back, drink from that cup so that the next time we call you, you can also share more knowledge with us. Thank you very much. I now want to call all the guests up here. Dr. Carol, Professor Adala, Professor Mura, Dushan, so that we can present to you with the gifts.
So the first photo. Are you okay? Come. Where? Okay. I want to call the deans to be ready. Join them for the next photo. All our deans, please. All our deans, please come forward and join them. And associate deans, deans and associate deans, please come forward and join them. Stand behind them there. And the organizing committee, if you are there, if you're a member of the organizing committee, get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Be on your feet. Deans, are you there? And associate deans, please. Vice Chancellor from Kaduna State University. Please join them. Are you there, Vice Chancellor from Kaduna State? Vice Chancellor? Sorry for forgetting. Welcome, Madam Vice Chancellor. Okay. Professor Mullah, move behind. Professor can be in front. Yeah. Sorry for displacing you. You are the host. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Committee, organizing committee, come forward. Organizing committee, please come forward. Okay. Organizing committee, quickly. And that would be the last picture. After that, then organizing committee. Thank you. Do we have student leaders here? Are they there? Roger, in your team? You are not there. Thank you. Right. You are there? Okay. Are you done? Kevin? Asante sana. We have some announcement from Professor Mary Keynote. Thank you. Announcement on the next. We are going for tea break. So we are going for tea break on first floor, ground floor, first floor. So from here, move to first floor. Have a 10 minutes break or 30 minutes tea break, and then we match. Asante ni sana.